Hi friends, welcome to my channel JKT Gate Forum. This forum focuses on gate, how to crack gate. In this forum, we'll discuss about gate related subjects. In this, I want to start this gate forum with very important subject, nothing but power electronics. I take this wonderful opportunity to share this wonderful knowledge with you. And this total power electronics is scheduled for different lectures. In this lecture, we'll focus on characteristics of a switch. This is considered to be very important topic of power electronics. If you refer previous gate questions, you will find number of questions appeared in gate exam based upon this topic. Therefore, I take this opportunity to teach you. And let us start the topic with types of switches. Switches are classified into three categories: uncontrolled switch, semi-controlled switch, fully controlled switch. Example of the uncontrolled switch is the diode. To understand these switches, let us discuss in terms with examples. Now let us take the first case, uncontrolled switch with the example diode. Diode has two terminals, anode and cathode. If I give a forward voltage, means that if anode is connected to positive terminal of the battery and cathode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, diode will turn on. Similarly, if you give a reverse voltage across the switch, nothing but if anode is connected to negative terminal of the battery and cathode is connected to positive terminal of the battery, diode will go to off state. Means there is no control over on and off of the diode. As and when you give a forward voltage, it will turn on. As and when you give a negative voltage, it will turn off. That's why it is considered to be uncontrolled switch. Let us look into the second category, semi-controlled switch. Example is silicon controlled rectifier SCR. SCR has three terminals: anode, cathode, gate. Now gate is the control here. With the gate, I can turn on the switch. When I give a forward voltage without the gate signal, SCR is in the off state. Means if anode is connected to positive terminal of the battery, cathode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Without gate signal, SCR is in off condition. So therefore, this gate signal can bring SCR into conduction. Okay, therefore it is called as the control. Gate is considered to be the control signal. But with this same gate, I cannot bring a turned on SCR to turn off condition. Means with gate you can turn on the SCR. With the same gate you cannot turn off the SCR. That's why it is considered to be a semi-controlled switch. The last category you can understand this, a fully controlled switch. With the controlled signal, you can do both on and off. Example is MOSFET. Now, based upon this, let us look at one question which appeared in 2009. An SCR is considered to be a semi-controlled device because there are four options. Let us look into the options. Option A. It can be turned off but not on with a gate pulse. Option B. It conducts only during one off cycle of a alternating current wave. C. It can be turned on but not off with a gate pulse. D. It can be turned on only during one off cycle of an alternating voltage wave. As discussed earlier, with the gate you can turn on the SCR but not turn off the SCR. Okay, but not off with gate pulse. Therefore, C is the answer. Now, let us go further. Let us discuss about the properties of the switch, which is considered to be very important of this topic. Now, for this case, let us take three elements: battery, switch, and load, nothing but a bulb. Here, now let us consider Vs is the battery voltage. Vs is the battery voltage. Let us consider VSW is the switch voltage. And finally, let us consider VL as the load voltage or the bulb voltage. Now, therefore, with switch we can do two actions, on and off. Let us turn on the switch first. When I turn on the switch, what happens? The bulb will turn on. Why the bulb is turned on? Because the battery voltage, entire battery voltage is appearing across the bulb. Means the load voltage is equal to source voltage. Then if the load voltage is equal to the source voltage, then what is the switch voltage? As per KVL, the battery voltage will be equal to switch voltage plus load voltage. Therefore, in this condition, the switch voltage becomes zero. Therefore, when the switch is on, the switch voltage is zero. This switch can be any type of switch. It can be mechanical switch, it can be power electronic switch, and here we consider an ideal case. Therefore, during on condition, switch voltage becomes zero, and the bulb is glowing here. Now, what is the current passing through the switch? The current passing through the switch is decided by the load. Now, for example, if you take two bulbs, 60-watt bulb and 100-watt bulb, you know that 100-watt bulb will carry more current. Now, therefore, the switch cannot decide the switch current. The load will decide the switch current when it is on. Therefore, uh, when the switch is on, the switch current is equal to the load current. Let us take the other case when the switch is off. When you turn off the switch, what happens? The bulb will be turned off. Why the bulb is turned off? Because there is no voltage across the bulb. If there is no voltage across the bulb, what happens to the entire battery voltage? Now the battery voltage is now appearing across the switch. Therefore, under this condition and turn off condition, switch voltage is equal to the battery voltage and load voltage is equal to zero. That's why the bulb is not glowing here. And current is zero. Ideally, when the switch is in off condition, current goes to zero. Current is zero. Okay. Based upon this, let us discuss various examples. Now, let us take the example 2. Now, this is given in one of the previous GATE exam. An electronic switch S is required to block the voltage of either polarity during its off state as shown in the figure here. This is figure here. Now, this switch is required to conduct in only in one direction its on state as shown in figure B. Means I need a switch which can block either voltage and which will allow current only in one direction. Let us look into the question. What is the which of the following are valid realizations of the switch S? There are four switches: P, Q, R, and S. P is a SCR. Q is a BJT in parallel with a diode. R is a BJT in series with a diode. S is a BJT, and there are two diode combinations. One is a series combination, the other one is a parallel combination. Let us look into the first case. Now, this is a semi-controlled switch. When I give the forward voltage, what happens? This uh, SCR will be turned off unless until I give the gate current. Therefore, it can block the forward voltage. Similarly, if I give a reverse voltage, okay, irrespective of the gate, it will be off. Means it can block forward voltage as well as the negative voltage. And it will allow current going in one direction, that too in the direction of the arrow. And therefore, this considered to be the right choice. Let us go to the Q. Now, this is a switch, this is a switch. There are two switches. Now, this diode is anti-parallel to the BJT. Now, this BJT can block voltage unless until I give the base current, the voltage current will not pass. Therefore, I can say that this combination can block the forward voltage. Let us see what happens if I give a negative voltage, a reverse voltage. When I give a reverse voltage, here reverse voltage is like this. When I give a reverse voltage, this positive terminal of the battery is connected to the anode. Now cathode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Means it is forward biased. When it is forward biased, diode will turn on without any control. Therefore, what happens? It cannot block the reverse voltage. It can block only forward voltage. Therefore, this is considered to be a wrong choice. Now let us look into the R switch combination. Now this diode will allow only forward voltage. If I give a forward voltage, the diode will allow. But this base current can block this voltage. Unless until I give the control signal, the BJT will not turn on. Since BJT cannot turn on, I can say that this can block the forward voltage. Similarly, if I give a reverse voltage, what happens? If I give a reverse voltage, this diode will block the reverse voltage. Irrespective of the condition of the BJT, this will block the reverse voltage. Means I can say that this can block forward voltage as well as the reverse voltage. And it will allow current only in the direction of the arrow of the diode. Therefore, this is considered to be the another right choice. Let us look into the fourth choice. Here, the first choice is there are two diodes. This is like case C, and this is like case B. But as discussed in case B, this diode will cannot block the reverse voltage. When I give a reverse voltage, as in when I give a reverse voltage, diode will turn on. Sorry, reverse voltage means see like this, plus and minus. And as in when I give a reverse voltage, the diode will turn on. Therefore, this combination cannot block the reverse voltage. Therefore, this is considered to be the wrong choice. Therefore, what are the right choice here? P and R. Therefore, C is correct. Let us see whether it is correct or wrong. Yes, it is correct. Now let us enter into one more question. Match the switched arrangements of the top row to the steady state VA characteristics on the lower row. The steady state operating points are shown by large black points. Now here there are four switches and four characteristics. Therefore we need to match the switch with the corresponding characteristics. Four switches are diode, SCR, IGBT and IGBT in parallel with the diode. Now four characteristics are there. Now let us look into the this characteristics and let us look into the diode. Now diode is uncontrolled switch. When I give a positive voltage, it will turn on. Therefore, you can get only one point, and the current passing through the diode depends upon the load. Therefore, this is the operating point. When I give a reverse voltage, current will be zero, and voltage will be entire voltage will be appearing across the switch. Therefore, this characteristics belongs to diode. Just look into this characteristics. Means it is saying that you can block positive voltage, negative voltage, and it will allow positive current. Then what is the switch corresponding to this? This thing where you can block positive voltage, positive current, sorry, reverse voltage, and it can allow only one positive current. You know that as we discussed earlier, it is uh, SCR. Therefore, this characteristic belongs to SCR. Now let us look into this. It is blocking positive voltage. It is not blocking the reverse voltage. Now, therefore, it is having positive current and negative current. Since it is not blocking the reverse voltage, which is not blocking the reverse voltage in this category, only this case. When I give a reverse voltage, this diode will turn on, and therefore, this characteristic belongs to S. And finally, this characteristic belongs to R. Therefore, choice is like this. P is related with 4, 2 is related with 3, R is related with 1, S is related with 2. What is the answer? C is the answer. Therefore, let us go with one more example. Figure shows a composite switch consisting of a power transistor BJT in series with a diode. Assuming that the transistor switch and the diode are ideal, the IV characteristics of the composite switch is here. Here I have a BJT and a diode. As we know that this diode accepts current only in one direction, it will block the reverse voltage. Therefore, here in the first characteristic it is showing that it is allowing positive as well as negative. Means which is wrong because this diode will not allow any reverse voltage. Therefore, this is the wrong choice. Therefore, let us look into the other choice. Here it is showing that it cannot allow positive current. It is showing that it is allowing reverse current and blocking the positive voltage, which is wrong because when I give the positive voltage and if I give the base signal, control signal, this BZ will turn on and diode will turn on and current, positive current will flow. Therefore, as per this characteristics, positive current should be 0, which is the wrong choice. Now, C. It's showing that it can block positive voltage, negative voltage, and to the low positive current. Now, what is that? Nothing but this combination, as discussed earlier, this combination is the, uh, representing this characteristics. Here it is showing that it is allowing negative current, which is wrong. Therefore, C is the right choice. Therefore, let us look into one more example, which is repeated in the gate exam. The figure shows the voltage across the power semiconductor device and the current through the device during the switching transitions. If the transition a turn-on transition or a turn-off transition, what is the energy lost during the transition? This is a question given to you, and you can observe the characteristics, switching characteristics. Here, initially the voltage is uh, high, and later voltage becomes zero. Initially, current is zero, and current is increased to some steady state value. Means that what does it mean? Here there are two times T1 and T2. It means that initially voltage is high, current is zero. Means up to T1, I can say that the switch is in off condition. After T2, the switch is in on condition because voltage is zero, current is passing. Therefore, 0 to T1, current is 0. Therefore, power, which is equal to voltage into current, is 0. Therefore, energy lost during this period is 0. Therefore, answer is a turn-on transition. But let us look in turn-on transition. There are two answers, A and C. Let us see which is the right choice. For this, let us derive that energy lost. And again, 0 to T1, the power is 0. After T2 also the power is 0 because voltage is 0. Voltage into current is 0. Energy is 0. And what is the average value during T1 to T2 from this? But during this period, what is the average current? So it is linearly rising. Therefore, the current is I by voltage is constant V. Time is T1. Therefore, energy E1 during the period T1 is IB by 2 into T1. And again, after this period, current is constant, voltage is falling. Therefore, the average voltage is V by 2. Average current is uh, constant, this is I, and time is T2. Therefore, energy during the period T2 is E2, which is equal to V by 2 into I into T2. Therefore, what is the right choice? Therefore, the total energy lost will be equal to Vi by 2 into T1 plus T2, and the transition is a turn-on transition because voltage is reaching 0 and current is rising to a constant current. Now, with this, we'll conclude the lecture. Our next lecture will be again the same thing. We'll discuss further examples. Uh, if you like this lecture, please subscribe